Oh, should we do this Google Fiber employees and Alphabet Company Union Buster? Yeah. There's a recorded call from a meeting in Kansas City, Missouri. Employees for Google Fiber in Kansas City recorded their meeting with a corporate staffer trying to discourage them from unionizing. The staffer implied that they could lose their jobs if they try to unionize. My understanding is that that's illegal.
It is. But the lines are so blurred because they can pressure you in like all of these workarounds into not unionizing. So maybe they forgot that you can't just explicitly say, we'll retaliate against you.
And they also did the classic, a union is a third party, as opposed to essentially a state of being that workers enter into.
You know, like I said, the purpose of my visit out here is purely informational. When we get to the vote, whichever way you vote, like, we're still working together regardless of how it goes afterwards.
Like, yeah, that's already been decided.
Yeah, we've already all decided that we want a union. We wouldn't have signed cards if we weren't informed.
So what folks sometimes will tell you that there's three parties involved. There's the employees. That's one party. One party is the company, management, right? And the other party is the union, which you can choose to have represent you or not.
We are the union.
Yeah, we are the union. I mean, we don't need the election. You guys could
Can
just
you pause it for a
recognize-
sec? Like, I just love his insistence. No, you're not being properly informed. No, we're properly informed. We have all the information.
The tone here is
But wait, you're not being properly informed.
I like how they bring in this union buster. I like too, is got like, you got to bring in somebody who's got like a little bit of an accent, right? Like, look, guys, there's three parties here. And,
I know he's like cracking knuckles. If we had the video,
yeah, exactly. This is all we should say. This is all audio. There's three parties here. There's, you guys, the good guys, and
who
us,
we all love,
who we love, we really respect. We're all going to work together.
We're a family. We're
unless,
a
of course,
family.
we fire you.
We're a family.
There's the management, and then there's those people who would not give you a blanket in the Holocaust, as Howard Schultz would say. And that, of course, is the union. So, okay, you guys decide. All right, continue.
We are the union.
Yeah, we are the union. I mean, we don't need the election. You guys could just recognize the union.
You're absolutely correct. So in the world of what we'll call third-party vendors, your company can decide it's no longer a value proposition for them to work in there, right? And they could say, we're not going to do Google Fiber anymore.
Right.
As an example.
So
Are you willing to put that in writing?
Yeah. Are you saying that if we unionize, we're going to close?
No, not at all.
It sounds like you're insinuating.
Yeah.
Like no. See, I don't know how you heard that. Right? Well,
I heard it. Yeah.
If you unionize, like, it's perfectly within the rights of the client, not BDS, to say, well, we're going to go look for another vendor.
Right.
BDS is the name of this contractor.
Okay.
I should say.
But it is illegal to threaten.
I'm not
Action.
threatening anybody. That wasn't a threat. If you perceive that as a threat.
I'm just making sure you're aware.
No, and I understand that.
So what we're asking for here is why we as a collective group decided to go through this process is so that those decisions aren't being made above our heads.
This negotiation will happen whether we're talking to Google or whether you guys are talking to Google.
The bottom line, we would like these negotiations to have more of our input here from the bottom line. If we have to employ representation, we will. I mean, that's why we're all sitting here wearing red meat. We love the product. We love our jobs.
Helping people.
We like helping people, that sort of thing. We're excited for our election. We're excited to be formally recognized, and we appreciate you guys' time.
There you go. You got to feel bad for that union buster. He's got to go home.
Yeah.
It's a tough day at work today.
Simultaneously meeting a well-prepared group that's ready for everything he's going to try to pull. And he didn't seem like he'd been through that a whole lot.
No.
Like he seemed a little bit like, oh, I don't know how you guys would have changed. Whoa, are we watching, are you on drugs? That
Right.
threatening
you
your
guys
jobs?
perceiving that I just said, I gave a hypothetical that had nothing to do with this situation. It was just something that popped into my head. It's like that thing, like where, someone's was I laughing? No, I was laughing about that joke I heard 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually that joke I heard 2 days ago.
It's on The Simpsons. It's really funny. It'd take too long to explain.
It is so awesome to hear workers get more educated as to their rights, to the extent that workers still have any rights under the National Labor Relations Act. But
and actually educated, not like educated by the alphabet union buster.
No, look, guys, let me explain to you what happens here. Okay. Just, because there's a lot of misinformation. I'm sure you're aware of it. And the thing is that if you're going to join a union, I hope, did they do the blood thing yet with you? With the blood thing with you? Oh, they didn't tell you about that? That's weird. No, it's not like you could lose your job. It's just that, there's so much paperwork involved in this. We may close and just go somewhere else. But I didn't say that.
Remember all that stuff that BS about the Google hiring process, that this is the interview that you have to pass in order to get hired as a Google employee? Do you think they make the union busters go through that stuff too? That lateral
some
thinking,
technical
sort of
proficiency or something like that?
You didn't hear about this stuff?
No.
This was all the rage in the mid 2000s. It's like the genius test that you have to pass in order to work for Google. And it's all different shapes, and which shape is the next one in the logical conclusion, BSIQ stuff. But I'm glad that's gone out of
maybe
fashion,
the union busters have a workaround.
Yeah, I bet they don't have to do that.